and hopefully welcome back. You've come back to watch another video. So as I said, today we are going to go down to Pluckley Woods and we're going to try and hopefully see some ghosts, see what there is. I just thought I'd make a little intro bit about Pluckley for those that don't know it. So I'm based in Kent. Pluckley is just down the road from us. It's a small village, has about 1,000 people that live there. And in 1989, it was actually entered into the Guinness World Records for being the most haunted village in the UK. There is reportedly about 15 kind of ghosts or apparitions and sounds that can be heard down there. Everything from like the Red Lady, or Lady Deering, her name was, like who walks through a graveyard at St Nicholas Church, a highwayman, the sounds of horses, screaming woods, where apparently you can hear the screaming of people that have lost their lives down there. You know, there is many down there, and I will try and name, every time we're at a different location, I will try and name who we're looking for, you know, and give you a bit of a background story about it as well, to try and make it a little bit informative as well as a little bit of fun. Like I said, I've got, you know, so I went and got myself some equipment. So we've got here like a rig, so it's going to stable, film from here, pick up any sounds through the microphone. We do have a light, which so we can see where we're going in the woods, but we will obviously dim this down if needs be. This is actually going to be operated by my eldest son, Ben. He's going to come down and join us to film this, and myself and Emily will be filming just using the good old-fashioned selfie stick, have it extended so you can see us and our reactions, and Ben will be scoping what's going on around us, so you'll be able to also see, once we put the videos together, should there be anyone lurking over my shoulder, or hopefully not, but they will hopefully capture anything else there. Looking forward to it. I'm very much a big skeptic. My daughter is very looking forward to this. I will put this disclaimer out there for this video that obviously my daughter is only 12, so should we come across anything that does seem slightly unnerving, makes her feel a little bit uneasy, we will not progress any further, because I don't obviously want to scar my children. She's looking forward to it, so we'll see how much we get done when we get down there. I've picked some locations that are a bit more out in the open, to try and reduce the impact of like the scariness as such for her. And if she feels up to it, we will venture into what they call screaming woods, which, you know, we will have a little venture into there at the very end if she feels comfortable doing so. It should be fun, it should be good. I've got everything ready, the weather looks to be okay, so you'll see us in a bit, and hopefully we'll see some ghosts. Who knows? I'll talk to you soon. Good evening, everyone. Right, so we are here down in Pluckley. First stop, we are at St Nicholas Church. We are by the graveyard. Sorry about the lighting, because it's dark and Ben has the light on the rig behind me. So we are down at the graveyard where Lady Deering was buried in a lead coffin with a single red rose on her coffin. She has been given the name the Red Lady. It has been said that she is wandering around here looking for the grave of her stillborn baby, because back in the day obviously they would take stillborns and bury them with other people and you wouldn't know where they was. So we will just have a little walk around. We will, you know, have a listen, see if we hear anything. We freaked out at something just now that was moving before we started, but it turned out to be a hedgehog. So who knows, anything could happen and anything could scare us. So let's get going and we'll go for a little wander.
Is the hedgehog still there?
So
on the path to the right.
obviously you might not see me properly all the time. Ben will try and provide us with some light so you can see us. I'm looking at the floor because I'm trying to see the hedgehog so that we don't step on him, because that's the last thing we want to do. If Ben, you put some light over there, I'll turn this around and you can see that. So here we are in the graveyard. And I have my Emily with me. There she is.
Hello.
You excited, Emily?
Yeah.
Yeah? Scared?
Yeah, a little.
Little bit. Little bit. So Emily, if you use your torch then so we can see where we're going as well. Let me camera around. You
No,
can-
look. Yeah, look.
How far are we actually going trekking?
I don't know.
If it starts to rain a lot heavier, you might have to put the mic back in.
Emily, if you just drop back closer to me, then we can use your light. There you go, so now we can see. If we just hover here, and we'll. It's just started raining. Typically, when they said that the weather was going to be.
Look at that, this is mad, Dad. Look at this, look. Look, Dad. Look at this, look. It's actually a mound. Look at that, look. Looks like someone's tried taking something out. See that?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'll be perfectly honest. At the moment, I don't feel like, like there's anything spooky. The church is actually, although this is a small village, can I have some light? Although this is a small village, the church is actually on a road that is quite busy. You know, regular traffic flowing through.
Some light for you, maybe.
Regular traffic flowing through. There's a post office on the end of the road. So you don't feel like you're out, you know, in some kind of remote spooky venue. So to hear any wailing or anything like that of this lady deering would you know, be difficult because of the traffic. I mean, as you can see from over there, that light is actually a garage of someone's house. But we will continue to walk around.
Up this way?
We can have a little go up that way.
This is the front of the church.
So I assume that this might be the house of what they used to call Greystones, or was originally called the Old Cottage Rectory, I believe, which is where the vicar would live, which is where the vicar would live, and obviously now claims to have another ghost, the menacing monk. I'm just trying to come into the light again, Ben, while I talk to these people.
Yep.
The menacing monk in these houses behind us, but the house changed names from the Old Cottage Rectory to Greystones, and is now like the Church Cottage or something I saw on the way in, and since then people have said that they haven't actually witnessed anything from this monk apparition. They feel that maybe he's lost connection with it because of the name change, so who knows.
It's a long way, isn't it? Feel anything, Emily? Feel a little bit freaked out, or are you alright? Yeah.
You feel alright, Emily? Yeah?
That does go out far away, doesn't it? You can't quite grasp how far it goes out using this camera that I'm using, because it doesn't pick up the light as far. unfortunately.
Nice view of the church, Ben. Okay, right, so we've changed location now. We're now at a place called Maltman's Hill, and this is where there used to be an old malt mill or something like that, hence the name. And around here, apparently, you can hear the horses as they like clip clop up the road. This area is called Haunted Horses. Again, though, to be fair, you don't feel that spooky edge. I mean, just trying to record this one little bit, we've had to wait for several cars to pass. It is out remote, isn't it, Emily? We are in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
It is very dark up and down the road. But again, you don't feel necessarily scary, and it doesn't make good video for me just to stand here now in complete silence, hoping that we hear something. I mean, very briefly, we'll just have a quick.
Just rain, I think. Just rain over down that way. Just animals in the thing, I think. I heard a noise of rustling somewhere, but...
I'm trying to follow you with the light.
Sorry.
So, we are umming and ahhing. If I can have a bit of light again, Ben.
Yep.
We are umming and ahhing with we've seen one more location that we came past on the way past, Picton Bridge, which is where, so you know, we have another car coming, but we have seen somewhere else where another location, Picton Bridge, is where you get the gypsy ghost, a lady apparently seen as a misty figure who sits on the bridge. She was accidentally burnt to death there, but she used to work there getting the watercress from the stream below, and she is apparently seen as a misty figure sitting on the wall of the bridge, smoking a pipe. This is back, I think it was said something in the 11th century, something like a long time ago. We can't quite find Fright Corner, which was one of the ones we wanted to go to for the Highwayman,
One might just be along there.
which is where it was said that a highwayman came to Pluckley and he caused arguments and started a fight with the people that was sworn to protect the peace of the village. So back in those days, a sword fight broke out, and they actually pinned him to an oak tree with swords and left him to die there. We'll look for that as well. But again, I mean, it is quite around us now. Another car. Nothing scary about that, unless they're driving erratically. But I just don't get that scary. Nothing is even setting my mind off that I'm anywhere that is meant to be haunted, and supposedly the most haunted village in the UK. Maybe what we need to do is arrange a second trip down here, and maybe do an actual trip into the Screaming Woods, and actually spend some time in there. Maybe get more people with us, rather than just the three of us. If we have like a large group of people, safety in numbers and all that, and maybe we actually do another video.
Put your camera, look at the torch away, because it's blinding my eyes.
Oh, I thought Ben had spotted something then.
That's blinding me in the eyes.
But yeah, now I've gone dark completely, Ben. So yeah,
just
maybe we do another video. We come back down another time, more people, and maybe spend some time in the Screaming Woods, go deep into the woods. We can take some bits to make a little fire or something, spend an evening there and see what happens. Okay, so we decided to go and see if we could talk to some of the locals here. Emily went in and spoke to the guy who owns the post office, which is right opposite the church and the graveyard. And we spoke to a gentleman coming out of the shop as well, who's a local. Now, one of the young gentleman that came out of the shop seems like, when we asked him about, you know, the stories, the ghosts, you know, things like this, and the reputation the village has, he seemed very blasé that he hasn't really seen anything. The gentleman in the post office, however, now he says he hasn't seen anything, but his dad has, and he feels that there are certain types of people who can and cannot see ghosts or things like that. He also said the lady next door, which is in the pub, the Black Horse, which actually sits next to the graveyard, has seen lots of things, and is quite often talking about it, and she claims that she has seen lots and lots. Obviously, being a pub, it's shut, because we are in tier 3 down here, so that is shut. We can't actually get any contact with her to talk to her, which is a shame, because, you know, it'd be nice to hear something firsthand from someone. But we'll keep persisting. We'll try, see what we can do. We'll try and talk to a few more people, but if not, then we will wrap it up and we will head home. Okay, so we're back in the car. We're in agreement between all of us. We've sat in a chat that we feel that the outside locations we've chosen, we don't feel that they are nothing scary about them. You know, it feels just like a normal village that we have lots of, you know, around this area. You know, you're trying to listen for things, there's cars coming past, although it does make you sneeze. Maybe that was something passing through me, who knows. And so we feel that we're going to wrap it up down here, and we think that maybe what we need to do is come back again when the weather's a little bit better. The car does that. When the car just started up on its own, and Ben was a little bit spooked. Yeah, so we feel that we were going to come back down here when the weather's a little bit nicer, because obviously being dark, you can't see your footing very well, but we want to go into the Screaming Woods, into the woods here, spend some real time in there, away from the roads, so it's a lot quieter, maybe a bit eerier then. But obviously, what with the poor light, we don't want any accidents, we don't want anyone to trip and fall and hurt themselves. So what we will do is we'll do this video again, maybe try and organise more people, get lots of little groups of us so we can kind of venture off and record different things, and then kind of combine what we all might find. Might give us a bit more scope to find something. I mean, I feel a bit disappointed for you guys, because those of you that are tuning in to watch were hoping to find, you know, that maybe I was the next Dr. Venkman and I was going to snare a ghost in a trap box, and, you know, or, you know, I was going to become possessed. Nothing like that happened. But hey, we'll still make more videos, we'll still try something else. It was different, Emily, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We could have just been sat at home watching TV, but we've got out, we've come and had a look round. I've never actually been into Pluckley before, so we'll keep going. Thank you guys for tuning in anyway to see what happened, and we will be back soon doing something else. I'm with my Adam next, my youngest. I think he wants to show me, he's going to try and teach me how to play Fortnite, you know, which is going to be interesting. I don't really do computer games, so we'll see how that goes. And yeah, tune in next time. Till next time, speak to you later.